Here we go now.
A new year and new shows. The Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th of 2025. I know it's going to be an interesting week, so why not unwind, relax, and have a good time with our community and me at Union Stage again on Friday, January 24th, 2025. Meet and greet tickets are still available. All the information will be available in the description. New York City, then you're up next. For Black History Month, we're bringing the Kempire After Dark live experience back to the Green Room 42. So if you want to talk hot topics and more with me, make sure you get your tickets today. But for those that can't make it to the show, or maybe you're international and you still want to view the show, get this exclusive opportunity to get the streaming option, the live streaming option at the Green Room 42 for the Kempire After Dark live experience happening on Friday, February 21st of 2025. More information on both shows will be available in the description. Oh. You could tell I was doing some work right before this live. Shout out to everyone for being here for a special Friday night live. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Don't forget to let me know where you are watching from as well. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok behind the scenes. We ended up being live on TikTok after yesterday's live for a good hour or so after, probably longer than that. So this is why it's important to follow us everywhere. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch and Twitter. And those of you watching on our Facebook channel as well, shout out to TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. Make sure you like us there. And don't forget, you can hear an audio version first on the Kempire podcast. Subscribe today. And while you're there, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Where is everyone watching from, huh? Mama Allie says, I got my streaming option tickets. Did you? That will be because a lot of you always ask when we do the Kempire After Dark live experience, do we have a live stream option? Not every venue is equipped for that. The New York City venue does offer that. I can't promise anywhere else that we're going to be, it will offer that. And honestly, that's the whole point of these in-person live shows, that it's exclusive to us. Okay, so if you would like to experience it and you haven't already, get your tickets for the live stream option for our New York City show in February 21st. All right, shout out to everyone watching from around the country and around the world. Reclaim Roof is watching in the UK. We've got Houston, Texas. We've got Huntsville, Alabama. Oh, we got to talk. Jennifer says, hey, Kemp, I'm cleaning my house and listening from Irving, Texas. We have quite a few people listening and watching behind the scenes here on TikTok from Texas. Shout out to Texas. I was asking, should I come to Dallas or Houston? And it was mixed. So, because they're so far apart. So I might have to do both. But anyways, you guys let me know if there are some venues that would be ideal for the Kempire After Dark live show. And it can't be a stadium. Okay? We haven't hit that point yet. Ariana says, did it snow in New York? It was supposed to be like on and off snow showers today. I have not looked out the window in the last hour or so, but it didn't earlier today. All right. Okay, so there's been so much going on in the world of owned programming. So as you know, this past week, we talked about Akeisha Cologne leaving Bell Collective. She did that on Carlos King's YouTube channel. He was not prepared for it. Everyone's still gagging over how gagged he was from that announcement on his channel. Only for a few days later, So Gucci, also from Bell Collective, announced that she would not be returning for the sake of her family. But if you've been following our channel for the last few months, back in August, we told you guys about some drama going on between Melody Cherie Rogers and Carlos King. So we have more to talk about in regards to that, but I want to give people a moment to get into the room because this is not a planned live. So we're going to talk about that, but I also want to talk about, because you know we did another live where we talked about Sweet Tea from Married to Medicine, confirming that there was more that happened during their recent trip, and that was a fight between Sweet Tea and Quad. So I didn't realize this though, but almost a couple of weeks ago, Dr. Heavenly also spoke about it. One of you said it in the live chat, and I was like, I thought I saw this video. Apparently, I must have missed this part. So we have the snippet, and we're going to play that for you guys as well. Guys, if you missed it last night, well, yesterday, we had 2 different lives that we had covering a bunch of hot topics. For those that might be new to the channel, this is not a place where we just talk about Real Housewives or we just talk about reality television. We talk about everything in pop culture. And reality TV is a part of pop culture. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But every time we do a live, I'd like to start, at least in 2025, I want to make sure that we do this. We start off with some good news. And as always, I want to know your good news. What is something that you can celebrate right now in your life? You may not have even thought about that. Let us know in the live chat. If you're part of the replay crew, let us know in the comment section. I have some good news. Look, it might not be good news to you, but some of you keep asking me, Kempire, have you gotten your Melissa Gorga sprinkle cookies? And remember I told you last night I was going to do, just to track my order. I didn't have to. I woke up to an email this morning that your sprinkle cookies are on the way. Ooh. Cherie, I think it's how you pronounce your name, says, I'm cancer-free. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Congratulations. That's amazing. So I got an email today that my sprinkle cookies are on the way. I don't know if it just was happenstance or someone sent her a clip of me complaining that I still have not received Melissa Gorga's sprinkle cookies that I paid for. She didn't send it to me. She follows me. I didn't hit her up and say, you know, where's my sprinkle cookies? Why you send me? I don't do that. I pay for my stuff. I don't need you to give me free stuff. Plus, I also don't want them to know it's me ordering. Okay, I know I have a very distinct name, but still, I don't want them to know. All right. Mama Allie says, I saw a picture of her cookies and they look good. Bethany Frankel, you know, Bethany Frankel's very straightforward, Scorpio. She also tried the cookies and said the cookies were good. So I was like, let me try the sprinkle cookies because, you know, I like a good cookie. But I thought, I don't remember when I ordered them, but it was way before Christmas. And I was like, okay, I'll have some sprinkle cookies for Christmas. You know, I'm in New York City. She's in New Jersey. It shouldn't take long. The sprinkle cookies still are not here. I just got an email that they're on the way. So we shall see. I'm going to do a live unboxing and taste test. You're going to get my true, honest opinion. If they're not good, you're going to hear from me. And this is coming from someone that grew up in New York City. You know, some of us New Yorkers consider ourselves percentage of Italian because we grew up around them. I know a good sprinkle cookie. I know a bunch of Italians. I know that, you know, they have the tradition of preparing and cooking all different types of Christmas cookies before the holidays. But I guess I'm going to have these sprinkle cookies when I'm trying to be on my fitness journey at the top of the year like everybody else and their mama. I'm going to have to fit a sprinkle cookie in. I'm not mad. Wow, Rashida says, Bethany has me ordering caviar. Is Bethany Frankel in her influenza ever? I mean, I kind of like this for her. Like, I don't love everything that Bethany says and does, but the woman continues to have success in weird spaces that you would never expect. Like, she's testing out skincare, food, wine, caviar, and people are buying into these things. People are selling out the things that she's reviewing. I say all that to say, Sprinkle Cookies by Melissa Gorga will be coming to me hopefully soon, after the holidays. It's okay. I still love a sprinkle cookie, all right? Anyways, Angel says, are sprinkle cookies Italian? I don't know, but Italians love them. Well, apparently Teresa doesn't. Teresa doesn't love those cookies, all right? Patricia says, you could do a Kempire, eat those cookies. You know I'm going to do it. Like, I know I'm on my fitness journey. I'm still going to eat them, okay? I did Pilates 3 times this week, and I did the stair climber multiple times this week. Happy Friday, Nell. Beautiful picture. Thank you for the super chat. Guys, you can also support the channel just by liking tonight's video. We're about to get into some stuff, but I have some more good news. Yes, come on, let's come with the good news. We have a watcher that's cancer-free. What else do you guys have to be happy and excited about? It's a new year. We're all here, and by the grace of God, at least we're well enough to be here and watching, right? Right? I just had a ginger shot right before this live. The burning has gone away. The burning has gone away, so I feel better. Okay. I'm trying to keep up with my fitness, and maybe if I'm motivated after this live, I will go down to the gym and do another 30 minutes on the stair climber. Okay, I might be doing a little too much. I had a really good Pilates session and she killed me. So maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. It's supposed to be freezing here in New York City this week. I think throughout the country, we're in a polar vortex. Is what it is, all right? Nora says, I got a job interview next week. Good luck, Nora. Keep us posted if you get the job. Whatever's for you is for you. Jocelyn says, it's almost Pisces season. Don't remind us. Okay, well, how are we skipping Aquarius season? Calm down, Pisces. Shout out to the Capricorns. Okay? Shout out to the Capricorns. All right. Now let's get into this. I think everyone's here officially, all right? Mama Allie is keeping the timestamps for those that don't want to hear me rant and rave at the beginning. Okay, Grinch. Sidebar. I'm still watching the Grinch videos on TikTok. Anyone else? Oh, they make me so happy. They're so funny. Would I ever go and wait online for 3 or 4 hours for the Grinch? Hell to the no. But I don't mind watching the videos. Shout out to the Grinches. They need a new movie. Jim Carrey was fantastic, but I feel like some of the Grinches that have been at these, Universal Studios would be more than enough. Give a new actor an opportunity. I want to see a new Grinch movie in a modern day society, like the Grinch has fallen into New York or something. Let's make it happen. Please? Look, please? I want to see it. I think it would be hilarious. All right. I say all that to say, I have more good news. So Cynthia Erivo, as you know, I said I finally have started watching Wicked. I wanted to go to the theater, but I can't stand crowded theater and people singing along when I just want to hear Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande sing, okay? So I started Wicked, and I said, I'm going to be a G. Look, ow. I'm going to be a G. I'm not going to cry. I think people are just dramatic. I watched the first hour, and I was like this. when they were doing the little dance at the little party, I was like, oh, damn, it's got me. So I'm still not done with it because it is like 3 hours, but I'm going to finish it after tonight's live, okay? Okay. But Cynthia Erivo is still doing promo for Wicked, and in a new interview, she talks about the return of Nene Leakes, okay?
It's a beautiful story.
Do you have a favorite reality show?
The Real Housewives of Atlanta and or Potomac. It's fantastic. They're very honest, which I like. There's no fighting, there's no fisticuffs, but they will read each other crazily. Atlanta gets a little rowdy. It's a big glam situation. And I appreciate it. I am a Nene Leakes fan. I love her. Where is she? Bring her back.
I know. Why did they get...
I don't necessarily get sad when the season ends because I feel like there are other things that will take its place. Because I'm like, well, it's going to come back. What's the next thing? What's going to happen? I am a Capricorn. We are supposedly...
I kept the Capricorn part in because, look, it's Capricorn season. She is a Capricorn. I need to dig more into Capricorns and their personalities. I don't have a lot of Capricorns around me, but they're my fellow Earth signs. So I feel like there is a kinship and a connection. And I dated one Capricorn before, and we had a lot in common. It was kind of scary, like down to like we had similar dishes. And I was like, that's a little much. And supposedly, Capricorns and Tauruses are supposed to be an ideal match. I mean, it didn't work out there. This is why you need to know everyone's chart. But I could see why. Allie says, I thought Capricorns were demure. They are. This is why you need to know the rest of people's signs. I wonder what else is in Cynthia Erivo's chart. But Cynthia Erivo says that, where's Nene Leakes? We need to bring Nene Leakes back. And if you follow me on Twitter, I said I feel like in 2025, we're going to see the return of Nene Leakes. Of course, not on this new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta because it's been filmed already. But as you also saw, Nene Leakes did make a return to NBC Universal by working the red carpet, the after show for the Emmys this year for E! Network, which falls under NBC Universal. There's no way in this world that Nene Leakes could work with NBC Universal and be in the middle of a lawsuit. As you know, her lawsuit for discrimination against NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, and Bravo was dismissed, and then they went into mediation. They were in mediation for a long time. Word on the street, they're no longer in mediation. I've heard some things. If you came to our London show, you heard the tea that I spilled there. I'm not spilling it here. You better come to a live show. If you're in Washington, D.C., or if you're in New York, make sure you ask that question, okay? This is why you got to come to the in-person show. Just saying. Okay, Common Sense. Common Sense, I'm a Capricorn and my husband's a Taurus. 46 years and counting. I think I could get down with a Capricorn, but I also think, I shade Virgos, but I think I could get down with a Virgo too. Just saying. I mean, they would work my nerves. I don't think a Capricorn would work my nerves as much as a Virgo. So, see, Virgos keep getting it. Ooh, Tennessee girl, that's a good way of thinking of it. She says, Capricorns start the year and we end the year. We are the GOAT, literally. Damn, that's a bar and a fact. Damn. Deborah says, you didn't spill in Los Angeles, Kempire. I don't think I knew by then. I know that was a few weeks before. I don't think I knew at that particular point. And also, you guys didn't ask. If you don't ask, then in LA, we talked a lot about Diddy. And for those that came to the LA show, a lot of tea was spilled in regards to Diddy. You just never know what's going to play out at these shows or what we're going to focus on. It really depends on what's happening that week. I know right now I want to talk all about Karen Huger when I get to Washington, D.C., but it might be about something else. We just don't know. Word on the street, there's supposed to be another Cat Williams interview with Club Shay Shay. We just don't know, okay? There was a lot of tea spilled in regards to Diddy. People that have been to freak-offs were sharing tea. Oh, you should have been there. Sorry. Sorry. All right, we're going to move on from there. So Cynthia Erivo says that she wants to see the return of Nene Leakes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of Potomac are her favorite shows to watch. Okay? All right, so let's get to what you already see on the thumbnail. Where do I want to be? I'll start with Melody Cherie Rogers. Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers, honorary doctorate, okay? So as you know, I normally do not talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville outside of our reviews. And I really wasn't going to talk about this until we talked about the new episode. But since I was going live to talk about Married to Medicine, and they're so connected because of the Messy Monday reviews and the things that Melody said about Dr. Heavenly just a few months ago. So I said, all right, when I go live, I will talk about this. I was planning to talk about this on our next Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. But, I really don't pay attention to who's following who. But it looks as if Melody Cherie Rogers unfollowed Carlos King, or because there's a thing now where you can remove a follower. Because based off of what we've seen, Melody isn't following Carlos, and Carlos isn't following her. So some people speculate that maybe she blocked him, or maybe she removed him as a follower. Or vice versa, you never know. But there's been something brewing between Carlos and Melody for the last few months, since the summertime. I had to go back to the video that I did where I quoted toxic relationship. Was it toxic relationship? Toxic leadership. There we go, toxic leadership. Let me play a clip for you to kind of remind you what Melody said on one of her TikTok lives.
Said. It needs to be said, so I'm gonna say it. But when you are in a leadership position or so-called leadership position or executive position, cleanser and mango, it's just certain things that you just supposed to like you don't talk about you don't you don't talk about your people that's putting a check in your pocket. You don't. I ain't never seen, I'm just gonna be honest, I've never seen the owner of let's see. What's a good one? I've never witnessed, what you say, Lauren? I've never seen the owner of, let's think of a good brand. 7th Avenue. Talk about the people who's putting money in our pockets. The people who are part of this team. The people who make the wheels turn. What I look like getting up here talking about Lauren. Now I've been here with it though, but that and then want her to still show up to work the next day. Okay? What I look like doing that for? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? That's like, there are people who are on a path of self-destruction and that's all they know is self-destruction. It ain't nobody doing it to you. It ain't nobody forcing you nothing. You are self-destructing yourself. Okay? Somebody said toxic leadership. That part. Oh.
So that was from back in August when I did that video covering her saying that. And I said, something's brewing between them. Because don't forget, earlier in the year, when Carlos did a live show with the millimeters and the raindrops in Huntsville, it was which was also featured on season 174, last season, where they did that joint podcast. That's also where we saw Sunny. Sidebar, I know that there's other stuff going on with Coleslaw, Martell, Marceau. Sunny is now in it. Sunny has some receipts. We're not going to get into any of that unless it really gets crazy. But Sunny says that Coleslaw bum rushed one of their filming days. And then Marceau said some stuff during that filming. They had to refilm that particular scene because Coleslaw showed up with full glam. This is according to Sunny on social media. We're not going to get into that because I really do not even want to talk about Martell or Coleslaw at this particular point. We talked a lot about them already in the week, and I'm trying to regain the brain cells that I may have lost from covering that interview last week. Just saying. So something has been brewing between Melody and Carlos for a while, and I'm wondering if it's because of the Messy Monday reviews that he did with Dr. Heavenly. But one of you said that she's still following Dr. Heavenly, but I feel like there's more going on between Carlos and Melody that we just don't know about. And the fact that people noticed, I think it was yesterday, that people noticed that they weren't following each other, it was interesting. She is a producer on the show. And look, I'm giving grace, thinking to myself, maybe they never followed each other. And I was like, no, they literally just did a tour, a live show together. They worked together. I just don't see them not following each other. But there is this option for you to remove a follower. I literally saw that option today because I wanted to mute somebody. I didn't know, I'm not blocking you, I'm not unfollowing you. And I saw that is an option where you can remove a follower. So that would also mean that he would no longer be following her and she's not following him. And look, I know when I was in London, everyone had all kinds of questions. Why don't you like Carlos? Da, 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 da. There is no beef between myself and Carlos. We don't know each other. I interviewed Carlos years ago. I cover his shows, and he's grateful that we talk and cover his shows. He has said that himself. What I don't like about some of the things that I've seen with Carlos is some of the things that his own reality TV personalities have said about him. For me, the cherry on top is when we found out that he was trying to produce the Escape a Life story without Escape. And when Candy did that interview, I think she did the interview with House of Aaron, where it was revealed that, first of all, Candy was, giving you the shaky voice, and she got really emotional. Okay, Mom Alex says, "Don't block me." No, that was something that I saw that I was like, ooh, like it's one thing to be a producer, and I get it. You're never, not everyone's going to love the way that you produce or how you produce, and not all of your talent or the people that work with you are going to love you. But when I heard about that, I was like, that is all-time shady. And then when we heard that he was allegedly trying to use Mama Joyce without telling Mama Joyce what he was trying to do, I said, that is weird. That is weird. Look, we can say a lot about Andy Cohen, and we do, but we ain't never heard Andy Cohen doing something like that. I mean, we've heard a lot of stuff, but we haven't heard something like that. Trying to bamboozle somebody's mama to tell the story. Jen says, what's Carlos' sign? I think he's a Libra, right? He's a Libra. But again, we got to know your rising sign and your moon sign. That tells you a little bit more about a personality. Because I know plenty of Libras that I like and I enjoy and I get along with. Let me see what you guys are saying. Tennessee Girl says that Candy is still hurt about that to this day. Because remember, she also worked with Carlos. So she was sort of kind of blindsided because she never thought. Remember also, Carlos worked with Todd. That the last project they did together was the Encore show that I loved. And we never saw it come back. We probably didn't see it come back because of the beef between Carlos and the Tuckers. So ever since I heard that story, I kind of was just like, that's grimy. It's one thing to produce reality television and, have your ways of trying to create interesting television. But there's been a lot of stuff that has happened in regards to Carlos and his behavior behind the scenes that's kind of made me go, And then if you came to our LA show, I talked a little bit about something that happened that I shared. I'm not going to share it here. Nope. You got to come to a live show. So I pay attention, and there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes with some of these celebrities or reality TV personalities that you're like, Not everyone comes out and says it, but maybe I'll say that Kempire After Dark. Just saying. JP says, remember Elise Neal. Wasn't she on Hollywood Divas? Just saying. Cece says, my husband is a Libra and he would never. He's so protective and anti-BS. That's why I say not all Libras are the same. So, yeah. All right. So, we had that information that came out. And like I said before, there's always so much going on in the world of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I already see that Martell and Marceau and all that's playing out on social media, along with the side pieces and things like that. If you missed it, we did cover that interview, I'll put in quotes, and the aftermath of that interview here on the channel. So if you're new, be sure to subscribe and be sure to check out some of those things. Okay? All right. Guys, as always, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. We are live for a special Friday Night Live. We have some more Married to Medicine stuff to talk about. But first, let me say thank you. Thank you, Ms. Sharon, for the super chat. Ms. Sharon says, my husband won $500 lottery ticket. So you're spending it on us? Congratulations, Ms. Sharon. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, starting off the new year just right. Reclaim Roof says, thank you for the super chat. You just sent the super chat. Thank you so much, Reclaim Roof. We appreciate the support. Candace, thank you so much for the super chat. Candace, you sent me the family Christmas card, right? I don't know if you saw the live that I did when I opened up my Christmas cards. Thank you for my Christmas card. I love it. Last year she gave me a family Christmas card too. Candace says, Monique did say that Carlos treated her worse than Bravo. We did a video on that. She said that he used the black card and says, how they treat you over there, that we're not going to treat you like that over here. And she said that he did her worse. He did her worse. We did a whole video on that. This was just a few weeks ago, guys. We did that video. So I have no personal beef because I think people think that it's a personal beef. If I saw Carlos at an event, hey, how you doing? There is no beef. There is no beef, okay? But when there's stuff out there that on shows that we cover, and this is the downside of trying to be the face, trying to be the star when you're the producer. So when you're trying to be the star, people are going to talk about you. Andy Cohen is the same thing. He's trying to be the star, and this is why he gets the brunt. He's not the only executive producer. I've met a couple of the executive producers of Real Housewives, and you don't know who these people are. But you do know Andy Cohen because he wants the limelight, the same way that Carlos wants the limelight. So that's why you get the brunt of people's reactions when people like Melody and the Melometers, Melody unfollowed him. Mr. Melanin Magic says, He might call you a B and try to fight you, Kep. You just never know. I don't think so. He's a Libra. I don't see him doing that, but you never know. He might roll his eyes and keep on walking and say, "Bitch." You never know. You never know. But we've never run into each other because I'm always in the house working for you guys. All right. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. We're talking about some Bravo and OWN related hot topics. But this is really just a pop culture hot topics live. Be sure to like the video again if you haven't. And don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps on YouTube. On YouTube, but also on the Kempire podcast, on Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify. Let me say thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Chalaki. Thank you for the super chat. Here for the tea. You're amazing, Kempire. Thank you so much, Mr. Chalaki. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate the support. Okay. All right. So this next video that I'm going to show you, I just want to put a disclaimer. I did not have time to edit out all the curse words, but you know how Dr. Heavenly is. This is a pretty long video because she's explaining to us what happened in like 2 weeks ago's episode of Married to Medicine and what really went down between her and Dr. Contessa and the fight between Quad and Sweet Tea. But let me remind you, we did do a separate live talking about Sweet Tea and her recollection of what went down in that scene and what we did not see. Okay, so let me just show you what Sweet Tea said.
You know, like both of y'all husbands, she was talking to me and Contessa. And it's cause I said that, you know what, your man wouldn't touch you with his big toe. I was talking to Jung too, cause I was like, girl, you getting what you deserve. Get that bro ass woman. Get it. So I was like, you know, getting it out, like how I felt about you. It's crazy because it was so much going on. And so when I said that, she started talking about how my husband's abusive and all that kind of stuff. And I got upset about it. And so I had turned to Quad and I said, you let this bitch get in your head. And so Quad ran up on me like, well, you let Toya get in your head whenever.
Wait, she ran up on you? Like, you gotta clarify that for us.
Yeah, she had got in my face. Like, and it was very random because it's like, why you got all this energy over that? They didn't even show that. And I think that they don't want to. They want us to see us get into it, and that's why they kind of cut things out. They don't want to get too deep. But it has gotten to a point like, no, like it's gotten deep. Because at that point, I'm like, why are you coming at me? Because I said, you let this bitch get in your head. And then she just turned to me and said, like, well, you let Toya get in your head when you uninvited me to the bachelorette party. And I was like, why did you want to be there? But she was chest bumping me. And so even Toya, they didn't sell it, but Toya's like, oh, y'all was chest bumping each other. No, don't make it. Y'all was chest bumping each other. No, you came to me with that type of energy. But also, why do you have that type of energy towards me jumping in my face like that? It's a jealousy thing or something. It's something that I have that you don't. I have something that you want that you no longer have. I don't, because
what exactly do you have? We've talked about this, but every time I hear it, I'm like, are you talking about Dr. G? I'm still shocked that Quad even ever dated Dr. G, but I think she was in a different space. She wanted to be a doctor's wife. I think that's what it was. I just don't see a redeeming quality about Dr. G. I've always found him a little bit creepy. And as we already know, they already had a very toxic, abusive relationship. But every time Sweet Tea, like I feel like Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory are a perfect fit. You can read between the lines when I say that.
Reason why you jumping in my face.
Because then you guys why are we talking about the Bachelorette? Why is that?
I don't even know why that was the topic. That was very random. All I said, I just turned to her and said, you let her get in your head with some BS. And so she was like, no, you let Toya get in your head because you uninvited me to the bachelorette party and I bought you a candle. And I was like, why would you want to be there?
But this is after the apology?
This is after the apology.
Why are we talking about anything from last season?
I don't know. Because clearly I know she feels a certain way, and I just wish she would just say that. The fact that I'm with Gregory, whether you want to be with Gregory or not, there's something that you upset with me about. Because there's no reason why we should have an issue.
One thing I will say, I do agree with Sweet Tea. I never understood why Quad was doing interviews and shading Sweet Tea and making fun of her voice. I know we do it, but that's us. We don't have a personal connection to this place. Danny says, "Who's the interviewer?" Jamie, Candy's videographer. She is also doing videography work for Sweet Tea. So that's why the voice probably sounds familiar to you guys. Jess says, "This woman is a doctor." No, Sweet Tea is not a doctor. Okay, her husband is, so she can get closer to the money. All right. Anyways.
But you made it an issue when you was talking all that trash online, and I'm calling you out for it. And then not only that, now you jumping in my face. What? Because I uninvited you to the bachelorette party. Why do you have this type of energy coming towards me? When you see me put my hat, that's what, like, you see she told me to put my hat back on. When you see that had just what happened. Like when she got in my face and my hat fell off my head, and so she had to go back and sit me down. Y'all gotta understand why Simone was over at that table. I was eating a damn scallop.
Sweet Tea is an interesting person. I will say, Sweet Tea being a part of Married to Medicine last season made sense. The more that we continue, and I already know that we know that this cast has a behavior of, if they don't like you, they feel like they're not vibing with you, they will alienate you. And I kind of feel like they're more than willing to alienate Dr. Gregory and Sweet Tea off of this show. However, the more I watch Sweet Tea, even in this season, it's just like, I know a lot of you've been saying this, but I try to give her some grace and keep an open mind and see where we can go. She's just not fitting well with this group. And no matter how many times she says she brings you to the group, you don't. You don't. But I can appreciate the fact that she decided to, do what Dr. Heavenly's doing. Build her own YouTube channel and tell her side of the episodes. I've seen a couple of clips. I mean, I can appreciate the clarity and the context that she gives, but at the same time, I'm still sort of like, where's Audra? I still like Audra more. I know some of you did not like Audra. You remember Audra. She was on a couple of seasons ago. She was an attorney. She was married to a dentist. I would much prefer her than Sweet Tea. I'm going to be 100%. I liked her husband. I feel like she wasn't going to sit there and take anybody's mess. I still want Audra to come back. Till this day, I've been talking about Audra. I don't care what no one says. I feel like Audra should have given more of a shot. Okay. Cameron says because she shaded Quad in her home tour. So Dr. Heavenly does mention why Quad had the smoke. Sorry, I have to do that every time I feel like Quad. Why Quad had some smoke for Sweet Tea. And it's because of a comment that Sweet Tea said. So this next part that I'm going to play for you guys is a little bit long, but I'm going to stop and go as we unpack some of the things that Dr. Heavenly is saying. So Dr. Heavenly is explaining and responding to Dr. Contessa's accusations about Dr. Damon Daddy cheating, about the kids not liking her. But here we go. See, Shani agreed with me. See, our community seemed to be on the same page. Some people still do not like Audra, but Shani says, Kempire, I agree with Audra comment. I prefer Audra on the show. And she's actually married to medicine. She's married to a guy that fit well into this group. Like, I'm not thinking about just a personality. I'm thinking about who meshes well with the group. See, Danielle says, I loved Audra. See? Oh, damn. Michelle says, who's Adria? She was only there for a hot second. It wasn't last season. It was the season before last. She was a lawyer. Well, she is a lawyer. We missed out on her pregnancy. Now she has another baby. She got married to the dentist. And he really fit well into the group. But that's just me. Deborah says, I liked Audra and Anila. I thought they fit in better with the cast. And Anila's still friends with the cast. She's still hanging out with the cast. We might see Anila this season. And to be honest with you, did I like Anila? Not really. But I liked her husband. I did like her husband. I thought he was good. I felt like he fit in well with the group. Okay? Ariana says Audra was cool. Okay. All right. So let me play for you what Dr. Heavenly had to say. And I just want to, again, put a disclaimer because I know some of you watch with your children. Dr. Heavenly is very, cusses like a sailor. So I'm just giving you a heads up if you need to remove your children from the room. Because you know I don't speak like this, but Dr. Heavenly speaks like a sailor, okay? So I'm going to play this clip. This clip is a little long, but I will be stopping and going to unpack some of the things that Dr. Heavenly is talking about. She also talks a little bit more about Sweet Tea and the fight that Sweet Tea had with Quad. All right.
My business. Because everything she said to me, first of all, I did not hear it. Okay, you got Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea looks good there, but I'm telling you, okay. I ain't trying to talk about the girl y'all say I'm bullying. But to me, honestly, to be perfectly honest, Sweet Tea and I have a lot in common. We ride or die for our man. We just in different relationships. I would not be ride or die for Dr. G. He ain't worth it. She ride or die for our man. We basically thought, well, you know, I wouldn't have came in with my ass because she don't have no ass. My whole thing is she tried it. She be trying. She always says she bring youthfulness to the group, but she just damn it don't. You know what I'm saying? I try to do stuff, to me, honestly, for me, I try to do stuff age appropriate. That's what I think. I'm 54 years old. I try to do age appropriate. That's just me. Maybe I do it, maybe I don't. I was in a cowboy car. I got some stars on my shit. I look good, okay? But me, I think I look pretty good for 54, and I feel amazing. Thank you, Dr. Jackie. Thank you, Dr. Jada. And I'm going to tell y'all, my regimen is I go to the doctor every freaking 6 months, if not more. I get my blood ran. Anything I'm in and I don't have enough of vitamin D, I get a shot. Vitamin B12, I get a shot. I get that BioT pellet from Dr. Jada that has my testosterone, my progesterone, whatever else I need. She put it in a pellet through a hormone. I will get the IV injections for the vitamin C, anything I need. So I feel damn it good. I'm on a weight loss journey. I do take the Manjaro to keep my weight down. After everything I've done, you throw it out there, Heavenly did this. Bitch, fuck y'all. If y'all can do it, to me, if you want to look good or feel good, then do everything you can to do it. Y'all gonna make me feel bad about the shit I got, because I feel like if y'all had the money to get the tummy tuck or the BBL, you know what I'm saying? You would get done. Buy the best, don't go out the country and risk your freaking life. Get your teeth done. Get your little Botox. Look good, feel good, do good. Don't be mad at me because I'm doing the shit y'all want to do that y'all can't do. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Okay? The people that's got a problem. But anyway, Protector, to me, right there, looks amazing. The hair and all that came a little. But when I first saw her, she came out, she was in this costume. I guess edit is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But right there, to me, the edit is doing her well. And I ain't no hater. I swear to God, I will tell you the truth. Right there, the Tesla looks amazing. But we could see all of her coochie. Like, Paige wasn't lying. Like, the camel toe was camel toeing. What you trying to do? Do you want me to look at your coochie? Is that what you want? Because she kept making smart remarks at me. Do you want me to see your coochie, girl? I do not want to see your coochie. So all this lesbian shit y'all putting out there, that is not me. I can say that firmly and down home. I like dick, okay? But she looks good, though, all right? What really happened trying to protect the claim? She telling your business, okay. All right, so y'all want to get to the nitty gritty. I ain't got all damn day. I've been here 15 minutes. Okay, the main thing was when we came into the dinner, I already knew some shit was about to go down. Okay, Michelet came, she was in a photo shoot too. Michelet came and she performed like a whole set of Beyonce. If I was drinking and couldn't see, I would have thought that Beyonce, she sounded just like her. I think she was lip syncing. She got the dances on pat. Michelet, hats off to her for her performance. Michelet, I can tell you, if y'all didn't know, she's a transgender, but she looks amazing. They say the transgenders be prettier than real women. That's what they say. Don't at me about it, because I know y'all get a little sensitive about that. But the bitch look good. Okay, anyway. So when she left, I'll tell you, Michelet kind of said it all off. She was like, I see y'all got some problems going on, no stuff. But she looked at me and she said, you and Quad are my favorites, girl. Yeah, I love you and Quad. That's why I live for you and Quad. That was so sweet. But anyway, Michelet, take our hat off to her. I had never heard of her before. But when she rolled up, she looked like Beyonce, but I knew good and damn well it was Beyonce riding up into our photo shoot on Married to Madison. I knew that. So hats off to Michelet. And she does a perfect job. Okay, so after that, we had a little dinner. We didn't get our food yet. The Bravo know to feed us before some shit go down, right? So to set it all off, I'm gonna tell you what I think. And
Bravo does not feed people before things go down. Dr. Wendy even spoke about this on Real Housewives of Potomac. She orders extra food to go because when it's filming, they don't get to eat. I don't know why Dr. Heavenly thinks that they were going to get to eat. Bravo likes to see you guys hungry because that's going to drive the drama, in my humble opinion.
Don't listen listen to me. I'm only telling you from my point of view. One thing I've learned from me is everybody got a different point of view. You can even look at the Bible. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, their stories are very different. Some of them a little bit different based on where they were at the time and what they saw. I'm only telling you what I saw and what I think. I do not lie to y'all. I would never lie. I don't give a fuck enough to lie. You know what I'm saying?
Do I think that Dr. Heavenly lies to us? Not really. I think she definitely puts sauce on things. I do think she lies every once in a while. I don't think she lies a lot, but I definitely think she puts sauce on a lot of stuff.
I might not remember. I might, you know what I'm saying, something, but I don't lie. Okay. So we sit down. When I first got there, I saw that they had me sitting next to Sweet Tea. I was like, I'm not finna do it with this girl, because she been, you know, them little girls been trying to tag team me all damn day. I got my shit and I'm gonna move my food over here and I put it over here to sit by Jackie, because I was like, okay, it's gonna be calm a bit. These motherfuckers don't want us to get along. They say, and we'll get into that a little bit more when we get in the couple trip. They seat you strategically by or whoever do. Jesus, whoever to put us together. Okay, I'm not gonna do it with Sweet Tea because I don't even feel comfortable arguing with this little girl. Okay, so I knew some shit was about to go down. I sat next to Contessa. When I saw it, I said, damn, and I put myself next to Contessa, but that's okay, because Contessa is going to be a tough opponent. I knew that. I knew it was some shit was going to happen, and it's just the energy of the room. So I was like, you know what? Contessa got shit. She got more news than I do, or just enough, as much. So let's do this, okay? All right. So I sit myself next to Contessa, okay? Immediately, Toya starts some shit, just start talking about the past. I don't know. But my whole thing is when Jackie read Quad didn't catch it at the time, so Toya brought it back up. Like, okay, she said she apologized, but she gave you a blank check. That's not really an apology. So then Quad was like, bitch, you didn't really apologize. Quad, I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. Everybody had their reasons to do what they did in Apple. I apologize because I feel like it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? And my apologies are sincere. But Quad, you would not without...
Pause, because you know this is going to come up throughout the season because Quad and Dr. Simone haven't resolved their issues yet. And apparently Quad's big issue with Dr. Simone isn't about what Dr. Simone said about her niece on the reunion. Her issue is what went down in Nampa. Do you think that the entire cast needs to apologize to Quad for Nampa? Let me know in the live chat. And if you're watching the replay, let me know.
Oh, in Napa. Now, the shit that happened in New York was a whole different thing. But okay, everybody on apology. Bravo like an apology. I feel like giving an apology. Simone don't want to give Twat no apology. I don't know why. To me, after what happened in New York, just get a bitch an apology and be done with it. But anyway, but we ain't even getting there yet. I think the all that's gonna come the second part after.
Dr. Heavenly is telling on herself. So you're saying you just apologized because you didn't feel like it was that deep. This is why Dr. Heavenly apologizes all the time, but then repeats the same behavior. That's why I personally, if I was friends with Dr. Heavenly and she apologized for doing some mess to me, I wouldn't take it as 100% genuine because I feel like you're going to do it again.
Christmas. Okay. So then, I don't know, somebody got to talking about Sweet Tea or whatever and Contessa and I don't even know how my name got in, or even if it was in it. I was sitting there and I was talking to Contessa and I said, Contessa, you don't know that damn girl. You got with that girl to come at me. Bitch, when y'all can do it. She said, what did you say? She said, yeah. I said, Toy already told me that you said this was a fake ass relationship. Oh, we got to do this part. Yeah. So Sweet Tea wants an apology from Quad, right? So me and Quad, we was live. You know, I go live. We're not getting people in trouble, but shit. You know what I mean? Andy can't say nothing about my lives when his damn show is messy as hell and bring up messy ass shit every time. Okay, so we live. She in green screen, I think, or something, taking a photo shoot or whatever she doing. And Quad actually mocked Sweet Tea, talking about, you know what, I got access to the money. And it was funny. It was fun. I said, girl, go beat your ass, but okay. But mind you, Quad didn't draw first blood. People don't know the history, whatever. And maybe I'm missing it. The first thing I thought that was like a little tip between them that Quad saw that, because the only reason people get it is because people send it to us and they like we looking for shit. I don't. They sent Quad a clip of Sweet Tea in her house, in Quad's old house. My whole thing is my man would have to buy me a new house, but maybe I'm bougie like that, I don't know. But at least I would have just swiped the shit out and just redid the whole thing. I don't know. But anyway.
But we all know Dr. Gregory is so cheap, he's not going to allow, because she's just, Sweet Tea's just happy to be there, happy to be married to this man. That's a lot to say. But how do you guys feel? If you were to get with a man that was on a show like this and the house that he lives in currently was the house he shared with someone else, would you need him to sell it and buy a new house, or would you want to renovate it to make it your own? I've never been in that situation. I personally probably would, just because I'm big on energy, I probably wouldn't want to be in the same house where there have been abuse allegations. There's been a lot of stuff between you and this woman on reality television. It's going to take more than sage to remove the stench. Okay? Just saying.
Sweetie living in quiet old house. And I always said, you know, the house still got a center. Y'all still in the same bed, whatever. Anyway, my whole thing is either Greg is just cheap as hell or he not, you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, Sweetie does a video and says that she had to crucify the house as if quiet was the devil. I don't know. To me, it's funny, it's fun or whatever. But okay, clap.
So that goes back to the comment that we highlighted earlier where this is why Quad decided to go on this sort of press tour shading Sweet Tea multiple times. And I remember seeing that clip. Here's the thing too, and I wish reality stars would be a little bit more open-minded to know that when fans are sending you clips of things, maybe you should watch full interviews before feeling a way about people. I mean, they do this also when watching these confessionals, not realizing that Bravo can twist and spin and do things to manipulate a scene and a storyline for the season. They, of all people, should know that better than anyone. But they get so emphatic and emotional about a clip or a moment. And I don't feel like what Sweet Tea said warranted some of the things that I saw Quad say. But some people might say, you come at me sideways once, you can't justify how I'm going to come at you and how hard I'm going to come at you multiple times.
You started the clap, you should be able to handle the clap back. I can handle the clap back. I do not be upset about it. People say, well, Heavenly, you was upset when she said about your mom. You know, it hit a little different, but I hit harder. But if you're going to throw it out there, you should be able to take the hit back, either hit me back, because I'm always going to go deeper, but anyway. So Quad apologizes to Sweet Tea, said, you know what, I won't talk about you anymore. That's the first part of their conversation. What y'all are missing is the second part of their conversation. Okay, so when I started saying to Contessa, I said, Contessa, you don't know this bitch. You don't know her. You say, Heavenly. Well, I said, Quad, you told me that this bitch told you because Contessa told her off camera. I don't know this little girl. I don't have nothing in common with her. You know what I mean? I'm just filming with her, whatever, because of Heavenly. Whatever, I don't know. But anyway, so she asked Quad, did you say that? Quad said, oh my God. She said, why would you say that, Heavenly? She never denied that I said it because I was telling the truth. I be telling the truth, okay? So anyway, I started saying something and Contessa put her hands in my face. Like she put her finger in my face. I was like already done with Contessa because she had been throwing shots at me the whole fucking trip, okay? This is the part y'all don't get. Okay, so she put her, I said, get your hands out my fucking face, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk, but I ain't no damn fool either. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't finna pump me. So Contessa gets, and you know, it's a lot going on. I can't really tell you everything that was said or what happened. All I can do is tell you what I remember. So when I stood up, I guess it was intimidating, I don't know, because I told you to get your fucking hand. She stood up. And the first thing I remember her saying is saying to me, is my husband abusive? Is my husband abusive? It ain't had shit to do with what we was talking about. She brought it up. I didn't. I said right there to her, you don't know that fucking girl. I was just, fucking with her because, you know what I mean? I said it. Anyway, is my husband abusive? In the middle of an argument, why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that in the middle of an argument? Is my husband abusive?
I mean, she had a point. When Dr. Contessa asked her that question, I was like, you're asking Heavenly, is your husband abusive? And this is why I twerk on the fence when it comes to Dr. Heavenly and her beef with Contessa versus Dr. Heavenly and her beef with Sweet Tea. Because I feel like Dr. Contessa was not just gaslighting Dr. Heavenly, she was gaslighting the entire audience. I think the entire audience just was done with Dr. Contessa after her last season. Because, girl, we watched all this play out. Then we watched that reunion and you used Quad as your mouthpiece to talk about this stuff. So this is where I'm sort of like with Dr. Contessa, I'm like, yeah, Heavenly is not the greatest person. However, here we go, another moment. You're going to ask Heavenly, is my husband abusive? Girl, we're all, as the audience, going to say yes, because we saw it play out on the show, Dr. Contessa. Okay.
Bitch, yes, I said it, and I'm standing down. Yes, he is. We saw it. Okay? We saw it. Everybody saw it. Just after you put it out there, you can't be mad at me. You're mad at your motherfucking man, and I said it. Okay? Then she says, you stupid or something, she said, and I said, you're stupid. Y'all know that's my comeback. Your mama's stupid. I wasn't thinking about her mama that, you know what I'm saying? And I knew, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is if you ask me in the middle of an argument, that's just like you argue with your man or something. Like Toya said, with your man, and you mad, you know what I mean? And she asked you again, my mama? Bitch, it's your mama. To me, it was funny, honestly. They said it about my mama. I have double standards, be hypocrisy. Toya said she didn't give a fuck about my mama being dead. The little girl said my mama was in hell. That's kind of funny. I mean, you know I love my mama in hell, but she got a better chance in hell than having it. My whole thing is this. Now, at that point, that's when it gets confusing. Because Contessa, to me, picked up a plate. I saw her pick up a plate like she was going to throw it at me at that point. So I think somebody took the plate from her, then she had a fork. The bitch had a fork. And I'm like, oh my God, Contessa. But in my back of my mind, in the highest parts of my mind, this bitch ain't gonna hurt me. This is what I think. I know Contessa still loves me. I know Contessa has too much to lose in the back of my mind. So in the back of my mind, as women do, when they leave with men or whoever, even though the man probably could beat the shit out you, Contessa could try to beat the shit out of me, but I'm gonna keep talking. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna shut me up. That's the problem women got right there. Y'all will not shut the fuck up, and you ain't gonna make me shut up, right? So we get to arguing, slurring, whatever we got in the mud or whatever. When I jumped up, I didn't have no bra on. And to me, I've never had my titties done, but my titties are beautiful, okay? Y'all want to see them?
No.
My titties are beautiful, okay? I jump up, my titty was already showing, and you know, I don't really dress like that, so it was something different for me. But when I jumped up, my titty fell out. Okay, but titty fell out. I don't know what they showed or what they didn't. I don't know if they showed this or not. But my titty fell out. And when my titty fell out, the people said, oh my God, get your titty. I think it was Phaedra. So I'm like, fuck that titty. Y'all can just see my titties because I don't have no problem. My titties is pretty, okay? So I was still arguing with this bitch and they were like, Heavenly. So they all came around me to try to hide me from the camera. And then Jackie says, here, put on my jacket. Now I'm going to say one thing about that, Jackie. That's an old shitty bitch. Because she knew I couldn't fit in that size 0 jacket. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So she gave me a jacket. I tried to put it on. I forget it's Jackie, and I couldn't get it on. And then Phaedra says, listen, just tie it around you, bitch. Just put my titties back in. So that's why I go from one scene of having a black dress on, and then I have a jean jacket that looked like it's a part of my outfit, which actually kind of looked kind of cute. But they tried to wrap the thing around there to hang my titties up. So my titties hanging out, but I'm still hollering, right? The problem with arguments is you don't know what's said and what's not said. So everything that was said to me by Contessa, I didn't hear it until I saw it on TV. Now, they did tell me in green screen, so I responded to some of the shit, but you know, sometimes I be thinking that they be making stuff up. I be like, no, Contessa wouldn't have said that. Wouldn't have said that. She said that me and my husband don't sleep in the same rooms. Contessa know that's not true. Contessa know that. Now, granted, David does have a room downstairs, a bedroom downstairs that he does his work. He does his music. No. He does that. He calls his mama. Whatever he do it down there. And then when he finished with his work, because I don't like him working around me, he comes upstairs. But I've never, well, I ain't gonna say never, but I ain't never spent no night without my man that I could think of. If it is very few and far between. So yeah, I'm wrapped up because my titties fell out. Okay, they wrapped Jackie's jacket up around me. And it actually came out cute. Thank you, Phaedra, for looking out for my titties. Okay, so then the argument went deeper. And they said, you know, my mouth is reckless. Come on, fuck me if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm in an argument, okay? I'm mad and I'm arguing. I said, and Sweet Tea jumps in the argument. Yeah, bitch, no. She said something, and I said, that's why y'all bought me, because neither one of y'all mean that shit. Now, based on Quad, I don't know what's going on in this girl relationship. All I can do is imagine, based on what Quad said. This bitch jumps out and says, Quad be lying. My man ain't never did not. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what it was.
So according to Dr. Heavenly, Sweet Tea said that what Quad said about Dr. Gregory wasn't true. Okay.
So I said, oh, Quad, what's going on? And then, you know, the stuff we're not supposed to talk about that happened with Quad, and Quad still traumatized from in her marriage with Dr. G. came out. We're not supposed to say what it was, but y'all know what it is if y'all been watching the show. They said it on the damn reunion one year. But anyway, my whole thing is, I feel like this, and I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about me. If I slap the shit out of my man, if I hit him with a pen, and I had this conversation with Curtis as well. And I know Bravo does not do double standards because, you know, we got the transgenders, we got the gays, we got the whatever. They don't do double standards. But if I hit my man, I don't think he should hit me back. I really just don't. I know it's wrong to hit people, come on, man. But I'm just saying I can't even go in that route. But anyway, so I said, y'all, neither one of y'all ain't got shit. And then Sweet Tea kept coming. I don't know why they didn't play none of this, but Sweet Tea be coming for the shit. So I said, your motherfucker man did all of this, that, and the other. I said it. They didn't play it. Of course they didn't, right? So then your bitch ass comes out and was like, you don't know if that's true or not, Sweet Tea, don't worry about it. She said, no, she's saying this about my husband. Bitch, all I can say is what Quad told me and what the people that's next door to her told me and some of our best friends told us what happened, okay? So I'm going by that. And to me,
next door and Quad's best friend told her.
Fact, because I don't think these people got a reason to lie. Okay. But, okay, Quad left this man for sure. Anyway, so when Phaedra said, we don't know what's true or what's not, Quad jumped in and we do know what's true. We do know. And then the Sweet Tea and Quad got into it real bad, worse than me and Contessa. They got into it. She was like, my husband, no. She said, I can say that I can say my experience with that fucking man, what happened to me. And then her.
So according to Dr. Heavenly, the fight between her and Dr. Contessa was nothing in comparison to the fight between Quad and Sweet Tea. And it makes me wonder why the producers or the network decided to not include that. Interesting.
This is what scared me. Quad and Sweet Tea actually was screaming at each other. They was. I want to say they were touching. Contessa never got that close to me because I ran, bitch. I'm gonna say it. I ran. I ain't no damn fool. Fuck y'all. I ain't gonna never lie to you. Listen. So they go toe to toe, right? And they yelling and screaming. I don't know how that manifested because I was looking at something else. But all I was told was the next scene. But the next time they saw Sweet Tea did come back to eat her food, and they said she boo-hoo cried. I don't think they showed that. They said she just started bawling like from the argument with Quad. But the argument started with me. She jumps in the argument with me and Contessa. Me and Contessa had nothing. She was like, yeah, some shit she said or whatever. But anyway, so to break it down, the things that I remember Contessa said, she said, I buy my children. I mean, yeah, I did try to buy my daughter to come to stay here. I was going to buy a house. It was $1.7 million. I had it right there. It was right next to Emory University, along with the family. But I can't be mad at her because I wanted her to have the experience, right? I did buy a Laura Beauty Supply Store. But bitch, what y'all want me to do? I think if people had the opportunity to help their kids, to move their kids along and do the things, I'm going to buy a Laura house anyway because I want her to start out in the world because that's.
I'm okay with a parent, you know, buying their kid a house, but does a Laura need a $1.7 million house? I feel like that's doing a little too much. But look, some of the other folks that are Nepo babies probably have gotten more. But I'm just like, wow, that's a lot. But okay.
Best way you can build an investment. That's why Kamala wanted y'all to get money for a house. Y'all wanted $1,200 for some food. I don't know. But anyway, my whole thing is this. I was going to buy my baby a house. We had already seen it or whatever. And I bought a beauty supply store. And she said it was a failure. To me, it wasn't no failure because it would have worked if Laura was there working it. You know what I'm saying? I would have came there. Once Laura left, I didn't want to go in this store no more. I didn't my shit. That ain't what I wanted. I was doing that so Laura would stay here. So part of that partially is true. But my kids love me. I know that for a fact, okay? So that's part. I don't know, what's going on in her life. Then she says, Damon. She always get a Damon. You know why she gets in a Damon? Because she knows that's my dagger. So then she says he got illegitimate kids. I want to say she said biracial.
Mixed babies.
This is where the lies get to be too much a lie and we know you lying. At least make them believable, okay? Because if that means a whole fucking doctor, okay? If he has some fucking kids and he paying if he has some kids, he would be paying child support. Therefore, I would know, right? Because if the last name she said they out there said the last name count, that means he came and signed the birth certificate. I just lied. And then Sweet Tea said that I told her that my man cheated. What are you trying to defame this man? Defamation is defamation. So don't think that my defamation is deeper than yours because I'm saying what the fuck I think. You know what I'm saying? Defamation never. God said a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. So if you say my mom in hell, I'm gonna say I got a better chance in hell. If you say my man is this, I'm gonna say what your man is and what the people said your man is. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it was a whole lot going on. But I'm gonna tell you facts. The whole thing was worse with Quad and Tweety, and they did not show any of it.
Yeah, they didn't show any of it. And I apologize for those that are just joining us. I told you this was going to be a long one. I always also warned you that the language is not the language that we normally have here on the channel. And I remind that to the people watching the replay of this as well. This is Dr. Heavenly from over a week ago when she was recapping the latest episode of Married to Medicine. A new episode of Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine will return on Sunday. And of course, next week we will be recapping both episodes. Dr. Heavenly is explaining what happened in that fight between her and Dr. Contessa and revealed that there was another fight that happened between Sweet Tea and Quad that was not shown. Okay. Sweet Tea mentioned this on her YouTube as well. We already played that clip for you. And now this is being revealed that Dr. Heavenly also said it a few weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago on her YouTube channel. Dr. Heavenly seems to have an excuse for everything in regards to her arguments with everyone. It doesn't feel like she ever takes accountability. And if she does, she'll say, I apologize, but very reality TV. In regards to the home, I did ask you guys a question about the home. Graphic artist says new bed, Quad took the sleep number. Yes, that was the joke. Remember, that was the joke that Quad took the sleep number bed in regards to what she took from Dr. Gregory's home. I mean, I'm glad at least he got a new bed, but God only knows in between meeting Sweet Tea, how many other women have been on that bed. Just saying. I mean, look, beds are expensive. Common sense, homes are very expensive right now. He said his house is almost paid for. I mean, I think maybe a remodel or new furniture or something. And maybe she has been doing some of that stuff. Maybe she has. I mean, it doesn't look different to me, but okay. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat. Rahina says, I think Dr. Heavenly is good on the show, but I hope she's not really like this in real life. I definitely think she turns it up. I definitely think she turns it up for reality television. She has admitted that on her own show, on her own YouTube channel. So that's why sometimes I can't take everything that Dr. Heavenly says for fact. Khadijah, thank you so much for the super chat. Khadijah says, thank you for all the lives this holiday break. Thank you, Khadijah. I'm glad you appreciate it because I was busy this holiday. Normally, I'm traveling during the holidays, but not this year. Here I am. Here I is. Oh, Rahina, thank you so much for another super chat. Rahina says, new house, please. No amount of sage will remove the bad energy. Also, same bed. Absolutely not. It wasn't the same bed. We know she took the sleep number. Why would she take the bed? I wouldn't want that bed. Dainty Bella, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Guys, don't forget to like the video. It's easy and it's free. We have over 2,500 of you watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and quite a few of you watching on Twitch and Twitter. And shout out to those of you watching here on TikTok behind the scenes. If you are a member of the channel, I did drop the calling link for you guys to have first access to calling in. For the live chat, let's get to 1,000 likes because I think that's fair. Honestly, all 2,500 of you should like the video, which is fine. But let's get to 1,000 likes, and I'll drop the call link for the general audience. But if you're a member, I've posted it on the community tab here on YouTube. Dainty Bella, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Miss Esquire, it's the holidays. Miss Esquire, thank you for the super chat. Explaining very generous of you, Kempire. She's really exclaiming what happened because she speaks in that punctuation. Sometimes, look, a lot of you were saying it, Dr. Heavenly needs to take a breath. I feel like every time I listen to Dr. Heavenly, I'm like, oh my gosh, it sounds like she's straining her vocal cords. And mind you, I just saw a live that she did because her and Alora are on a girls' trip in Jamaica for the holiday. And Alora sounds just like her mama. Sounds just like her mama. Looks like her mama. Tish, thank you so much for the super chat. Tish says she didn't have access to the money when they showed the house. Y'all ain't right. Okay. Come on. All right. let me get back to the second clip. This is the final clip, and then we're going to get into some callers. Again, if you're a member of the channel, we posted a call link on the Jazz says, thank you for muting her. Well, I'm not done. I got to play one last clip, but this clip is shorter, okay? She talks more about what went down between Quad and Sweet Tea, okay? Okay, let me play him.
It was worse with Quad and Sweet Tea, and they did not show any of it. That's the tea. They didn't show any of it. Quad and Sweet Tea went at it, and that's why Sweet Tea is going so hard with Quad on her YouTube show, which she learned at Dr. Heavenly University started YouTube. I ain't telling the bitch to talk about me, but you know what? Have it. And this is why we make great reality, because I ain't bothered. My whole thing is, do you, girl? I want everybody here to win. I want Sweet Tea to win. I don't hate Sweet Tea. Bitch. I just think that if she want to come for the smoke, don't be mad when it come hard at you. This is what I do. This is what I get paid to do, and I've been doing it for years. Don't come up to a champion. Quad been doing this for years, baby. Don't come up to the top dogs and then thank you.
Which makes me wonder if Dr. Heavenly is just doing some of her antics because she thinks. Someone said this is Carrie said this is abuse camp. Sorry, I think, and I noticed this from last season when she was doing some of these reviews and how she puts sauce on the situation, how she knows what she's doing when it comes to reality television. I do believe on some level, Dr. Heavenly is performing for social media, performing for her folks that watch her YouTube channel and those that watch the reality show.
And then when you lose, start crying. Because that's exactly what the fuck she did. Quad read that bitch from A to Z. I can't remember everything she said. It was a lot going on, but a lot of it had to do with Dr. G. And bitch, you can't tell me what happened in my situation with that fucking man, because I can tell you what you about to go through. Sweet Tea was upset, and I think she really loves her husband. I really do. That's one thing we do have in common. She was trying to ride or die for her man, but you can't, because you can't tell Quad what happened in her situation. You can't. And you know you don't told them all your damn business, really. And you continue to tell it to other people, and they come and telling me, but you know, I ain't like that. I don't even think enough of you to do that. But my thing is, if you come for the smoke, Sweet Tea, you weren't even in the argument, little darling. Then when Quad read you for filth, then you go over there and cry. Now we bullies. Now we own. Let me tell you what happened with Dr. Jackie. When we were going through.
She then talks more about what happened with Dr. Jackie when Dr. Jackie fell in that episode after trying to break up Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly. You can see the full review on Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel, the same way you can see on Sweet Tea's YouTube channel the full recap that she had for 2 weeks ago, that episode of Married to Medicine. Are you guys watching Married to Medicine? How are you feeling about the season so far of Married to Medicine? I mean, it's interesting. Like I always say, Married to Medicine is a very consistent show. I feel like there's more stuff to come, more specifically between Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra, because Heavenly has been coming for Phaedra in the last couple of weeks in some interviews that she's done, calling Phaedra fake. So I think there's more to come. I mean, we see that Apollo is going to make an appearance with his wife. We also know that there is going to be a fight between Dr. Gregory and Quad's man King as well. So there's more to come. So as always, don't forget new episodes of Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine will air this Sunday on Bravo. All right. How are you guys feeling about this fight that was not included in the episode, though? Do you think that it should have been included? How are you feeling about Heavenly? I always see mixed reactions about Heavenly and her place on the show. I don't know. She said in a recent interview that, not an interview, I think on her YouTube channel, that Quad and her are the reason for the show. Without them, the show would be nothing. That's what she said. So some of this reality TV fame might be going to her head, very much like Karen Huger. Tracy, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Speaking of reality TV fame going to someone's head, I did want to mention, because I did see a clip, a preview for this Sunday's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. They are playing a game, and we see Karen Huger in that wig. So you remember the body cam footage from Karen Huger's DUI arrest? That looks like the same wig. So every time I see this trip that they're currently on, I'm just sort of like, that is the same wig that Karen Huger told that man that you're white and you're poor. And that she is Thomas Jefferson's concubine. I can't unsee it. I also don't understand why her wig is so far back. That's the whole point if you have a wig. So if you do have a big forehead, you can pull it forward. You know what I mean? If I had a wig, y'all would think I had a perfect hairline. Y'all might call me Teresa Giudice. Okay? All right. So I'm looking forward to recapping and talking more about Real Housewives of Potomac and their latest trip. Okay. All right. If you remember the channel, we posted a call-in link on the community tab. We have a few members backstage that want to weigh in on some of the hot topics that we talked about tonight. But if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on some of these hot topics, and be sure to let us know where you're watching from and what you are excited about and grateful for on this Friday evening. Okay? And don't forget, you can hear an audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. All right? Heaven says, yep, that's the same wig. It really is. Mr. Melon Magic says, is Karen... First of all, Mr. Melon Magic has his default picture with the wig. So for those that want to see the wig, is Mr. Melon Magic's default wig. He says, is Karen bald? I have no idea. I mean, some people are. Look, some people are. It's fine. Exactly. Des says, because I respect your hairline. Tiffany Pollard said that to Teresa Giudice. Oh, she was such a great part of House of Villains. Okay, sidebar. I did want to mention to you guys, the other two on HBO Max, on Max. Why didn't anyone tell me about this show? It is so funny. It's such a good show. It's no longer on because I believe it came on. It has 3 seasons and it came on, I think, during the pandemic. Such a good show. It's on Max. It's called The Other Two. It's a comedy. It's fun. I'm also watching on Hulu Reasonable Doubt because so many of you told me I need to get into Reasonable Doubt. I'm going to try and finish up and get fully caught up. Also, the Luther Vandross documentary, you can find it on YouTube TV. Shout out to Danielle. Danielle reminded me because I meant to watch it on New Year's Day and completely forgot. I'm going to watch that and I might go live and talk about it. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I've been wanting a biopic, a documentary on Luther Vandross for years. So I'm excited to see this and see if they did a good job. CNN Films did this documentary. I believe Jamie Foxx also was one of the producers as well. All right. But we still need a biopic. We still need that. Jocelyn, thank you so much for the super chat. Jocelyn says she needs to hide that wig. It knows too much. Jocelyn. I mean, I would never wear that wig again, to be honest with you. Anyone else? Ariana says, Reasonable Doubt is amazing. Can't wait for season 3. I'm on season 2. Season 1 was amazing. I'm on season 2, so stay tuned. Candace says, the Luther doc was so good. I'm hearing good things. Reclaim Roof says, Squid Game 2 is out on Netflix. I need to watch season 1. I watched the reality show, which I really liked. But I heard good things about season 1. I just started and didn't finish it. Exactly. Danielle says we needed something on Luther. But I think it was his estate. I think it was his mom that prevented any of that stuff from happening. But I'm glad that we're finally getting it. Archie says, I love the documentary. Luther was an amazing man. I felt they did a good job, minus Chatty Patty. Oh, you mean Patty LaBelle, who he loved. Don't forget, he was the president of her fan club. His mama should have knew then. Shut up. No disrespect to Luther, okay? Oh, shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer's watching from New Orleans. Shout out to everyone watching from New Orleans. I know right now you guys are still healing from the terror attack that happened there on New Year's Day. Auntie Eva says the wig is guilty. No, I feel like the wig is an innocent bystander in the whole situation, all right? Miranda says the wig has been through much is crazy. Okay. All right. Let me break. Okay, guys, we're live chat. We're almost at 900 likes. I'm going to drop the call link, even though we have how many people watching? Over 2,000 people watching. I should not drop it, but I'm going to just because I want to get out of here. And I know it's not fair to those of you that have been here and want to call in, but keep liking the video if you haven't already. All right. But if you remember, we've already dropped the call link for you guys. Let me just put up my disclaimer. Okay, hold on. All right. So remember, the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC. Or look, hold on. How do I take this off? Please hold. There we go. All right. Or our sponsors. Okay. All right. All right. Black Celine says she kept asking Ray if he was okay. Poor Ray. Poor Ray. All right. Let me bring up our first caller. Tyler's backstage. I guess Tyler probably has called in the evening, but we don't really do a lot of late night lives, but we've been doing a lot since the holiday. All right. Reclaim Roof says I can't get in the link. Why? I don't know. That's weird. Is that a problem for anyone else in the live chat? Let me know. All right. It works for everyone else on the member side. Let us know. All right, let me bring up Tyler. Tyler, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire.
Hey.
So I want to say this first about Married to Medicine. Like you said, I think that is Heavenly's personality. It's just amped up for TV. I definitely wouldn't tell her anything because obviously she's going to throw you under the bus because there was nothing for you to tell Contessa that Quad said that. Like, why would you do that? But anywho, I will say this. Quad has her ways, and sometimes she gets on my nerves. But I guess since we're both from Memphis, sometimes I try to defend her. But I will say this, being for real, if I was on a TV show or something like that, I don't understand why she's not drilling Heavenly for inviting, because she was the main one who wanted Sweet Tea on this show. Like, why aren't you giving her the smoke? You should, because I get where Quiet is coming from. Like, why are you here? Why do you even want to be here? So, of course, I'm going to throw shade at you anytime because I would too. I'm just being honest. The petty in me would be like, girl, why are you here? And then for you to say that I'm lying about abuse, so I am going to throw shade at you every time. I understand that's your man. He may be a different man for you. Hopefully he is. But don't tell me what I went through, and then, just saying, don't tell me what I went through. It's hard to watch Sweet Tea on this show. I don't think she's made for reality TV. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not in any way saying that she's not a good person, saying anything bad about her. I just don't think that she's ready for this group of women. I think I think maybe this should be the last season. Let's just look into other things. Just being for real. Like, we're okay with the core five and whatever other people they want to swing around them, like Contessa, or maybe bring Lisa Nicole if you want to, whoever. I don't care. But
not
Sweet
Lisa
Tea,
Nicole. Damn.
well, I mean, child, she's desperate at this point. But I'm just, I mean, the
She's
feds
still
weren't
married to
looking for
that
her.
man. She's still married to Medicine.
Well, she was doing fake COVID tests, so she may need that check. So, but I'm just saying, but seriously though, in all sincerity, I just don't think Sweet Tea is ready for this because you can tell she was so happy that Contessa was finally arguing with Heavy. She was like, ooh, I got a moment to say something. I got a moment. You can tell she be wanting to cry sometimes. You can look at her and tell it's like, girl, you're not ready for this. You need to sit down. And last but not least, I know Potomac films the reunion next week. I am very interested in seeing how I know that Mia is going to hold Karen accountable. I do. However, I have a feeling, just me, I feel like everyone else is going to be up Karen's you know what? I really feel I do.
You
Because
think they're going to come down on her?
I think they're going to be up her butt, honestly, because I'm going to say this. Giselle is on this whole I don't want to look bad again thing right now. We'll see the real her again next season. But I think she will genuinely have Karen's back. I'm going to be fair.
Really?
I think with Karen, not Wendy or any, I think Karen and Robin, throws shade at them, but she's genuine. Most of the time she's apologetic and pulls back with them. So maybe Giselle. I think Ashley, she's finna get her money. Ashley may go in on her. Stacy is gonna wonder why she didn't go to rehab. Kiana, if the volume is turned up to 10 and she feels like talking about something, she's more than likely gonna kiss her. But I just think Jacqueline and Mia are gonna go hard, but it's gonna be to be honest, it's gonna make us be in Karen's favor because we don't like you, Mia. Just being for real.
And you have your
I'm
own
just
stuff to worry about.
Yes, I'm interested in seeing how this goes. But that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. Take care. Have a good night. I mean, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. I feel like the women of Real Housewives of Potomac have gone light on Karen the entire season. Again, she was in the middle of a legal situation. So I feel like for the most part, only person that really went hard at her was Mia and Jacqueline by default. But it will be interesting now that we've seen the camera footage and the Tom Jefferson's concubine of it all, the wig of it all, the, you're white and poor of it all. I want to hear Andy's response to that. So it will be interesting. And again, we don't know what Karen is going to be sentenced. She is facing at least 2 years or up to 2 years in county jail. Maybe. And again, word on the street, this is not her second, possibly not her third or her fourth. Okay, so it will be interesting. It will be interesting to see how that will play out this season. During the reunion, at least. V, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support. Happy New Year to you. Thank you, V. We appreciate you. Guys, don't forget you can also like the video by as a way to show support of the channel. Bonnie, thank you so much for the super chat. Bonnie says, Greg isn't different with Sweet Tea. He told her it was folks in the house with pow pow pows because she didn't set the security alarm. He's emotionally abusive. Oh, I remember that. He's weird though. I think she's just a little bit more timid. So, she's definitely not a quad. And I'm not saying that she is, that he runs over her, but she does bring a level of youthfulness in a way that she doesn't seem mature in a lot of things. And I know she has her own job, and there's something that is youthful of her, she doesn't bring the youthfulness to this group. Okay. All right. Let me bring up our next caller. Okay. We've got Kari backstage. I'm going to bring Kari up next. Hold on. Kari, wait. I have Bernice first. Sorry. Bernice, what's going on?
She doesn't see mature.
Bernice, turn me off.
I know she has her own job, and there's something that is youthful of her. She doesn't bring youthfulness.
I'm going to have to drop Bernice. I think you might have a delay. So drop out and then call back in so we can refresh. Okay? All right. Let me bring up Kari. Kari, what's going on?
Hey everybody. So I just want to go back to something you said when you first started the live. You said that you don't have a personal beef with Carlos. I personally have a beef with Carlos and his hairline. Okay. I want everyone to know that. That's why my foot is always on his neck, because I do not like him or his hairline or his little frilly shirts that he be wearing that look like that he bought them in a dollar store. I don't like that closet that he be sitting in because it has better lighting than his shows. I don't like that. Why are you investing more in that little struggling YouTubes than your little shows? I don't like that. So I have a personal beef with Carlos, not the king, the failure, the flop, the disaster, the one who's losing all his cast members. I have a problem with him. Okay, Heavenly, you say that you dress your age. Can you get your emotional maturity to match your age? Because you have the emotional maturity of my 3-year-old. Actually, I think you throw more fits than he does. He can rein himself in a little bit more than you. So I just think you need to work on that. And the reason why buying your daughter to stay around and works, because she actually doesn't want to be around you because you have a dislikable personality, which is why I do believe that Damon sleeps in a separate bedroom, because who would want to go to sleep next to somebody that talks too much? I'm just saying. I would want some peace and quiet in my household, and you are always talking. You are always loud. Married to Medicine, and y'all know I'm always like, I think it's time for a show to stop. Married to Medicine is the only show that I'm like, let's keep going, because I actually do like the cast. I was a Sweet Tea defender last season. This season, I think it's time for you to make your exit. I think, like the last caller said, you're not built for this. You're too, I want to say, emotionally delayed. That's all I want to say. I think like you just can't stand up for yourself. You can't even stand up for yourself in your marriage. Like, that's the one thing I will always agree with Quad on. And y'all know I do not like Quad or her soapbox or them little telenovela speeches she be giving. But that man isn't worth anything. He isn't worth anything. Not even that little flimsy little doctorate's degree that he has. You really telling me that people pay him to be their psychologist? Boy, you better take all them clients that Damon sent you, because anybody that has some sense is not actively seeking you out on their own. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Bye.
Good night, Kari.
Night, Kempire.
See, look, I did not pay Kari to say that about Carlos. Okay. Damn. All right, let me try Bernice again. Let me see if Bernice is still there. Bernice, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No worries. What's going on?
Good, nothing. I was actually out earlier trying to find an outfit for your show.
Yes, come on. Did you find something?
No, not yet.
I need to find something to wear.
Yeah, but I was just calling because to say hello, and I'm not really into Married to Medicine too much anymore because I don't understand how these grown, intelligent, college-educated women just always screaming and hollering at each other. And as for Sweet Tea, I really don't think she fits the show either. I think her and her husband just wanted to come back for maybe a check, get some money. And that's all. I don't really have too much to say. I just can't watch the show too much. I can't stand Dr. Heavenly. There's nothing heavenly about her at all.
Someone called her heavenless in the chat.
Yeah, and she's always, I'm sorry, oh, I apologize. But then she goes and does the same thing over. She knows exactly what she be doing.
She does.
And I do wish Audra was back because she was giving it to them. She was able to take like the way she checked LaToya. So
yeah.
I feel like she would be good for the show, but I just can't anymore with certain shows. Potomac, I'm over Potomac. I'm still hoping for Atlanta Housewives. I'm hoping that turns out to be good. But Potomac, I'm over that. I was over that when regular Robin was on the show, and as long as they continue to put Giselle as their princess, I don't think I could watch the show. And actually, Ben needed to go. Oh, please.
Yeah.
She been needed to go. I don't even know why. They should have got rid of her and Robin together. Killed two birds with one stone.
I think partially because Candace decided not to return. And, casting for these shows is not an easy task. I think that's the only reason why.
Well, I'm over that show too.
Oh, okay. All right. Anything else, Bernice, before we let you go?
No, just hope I find an outfit.
Well,
see you in February.
Keep you posted. Keep us posted. Thank you so much for calling in, Bernice. Guys, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th, 3 weeks from tonight. 3 weeks from tonight, I'll be in D.C. live. There's meet and greet tickets still available. The last time I checked, I don't know. Meet and greet tickets are available, general admission as well. So go get your tickets today if you haven't. And as Bernice says, she's coming to our Kempire After Dark live experience in New York City at the Green Room 42. Go get your tickets for that show. There is a live stream option for those that live outside of New York and you won't be in New York that day, or maybe you just are busy. Go get your tickets today for that as well. All that information is available in the description. All right, let's bring up Andrea, who's backstage. Andrea, what did you want to say about all of this stuff?
Well, hello, Kempire. Happy New Year to you and your family, and
thank you. You too.
All the good things.
Thank you.
Well, I wanted to start with Sweet Tea. First of all, I am not a fan of Sweet Tea. Kari, the second to last person before me, I get it. A lot of people are tired of what they think to be Heavenly's antics. For me, I feel like Heavenly knows what she's doing, and she's doing it. And let me tell you something. I am a Heavenly stan. I'm biased. I will say it. I'm a petty Pisces. I don't like Contessa. I love Heavenly all day long. But here's the thing.
Oh.
Heavenly needs to stop going for this girl because they're going to keep saying that she's a bully. And I don't think that Heavenly's been a bully, because the bullies was shown last season when they kicked my girl Quad off. And Heavenly was a part of that. Now, because Heavenly did apologize first, Heavenly knew what she was doing. She was like, let me get my foot in there, get my, you know what I'm saying, and apologize first. And now, all of a sudden, she don't look like the bully like everybody else did when they kicked Quad off. Sweet Tea, for me, I am 41 years old, okay, with 4 kids. And can't nobody bully me about nothing. When I look at Sweet Tea and she tried to jump into that conversation or that argument that was going on with Heavenly and Contessa, I'm like, why are you jumping in and talking about, oh no, well, you did this and you did that? Don't, just stop. Girl, you don't belong here. You don't go here. You don't go here. Like, you don't go to the school of a certain age. You know what I mean? I got a son that's 22 years old that's not even 7 years away from what your age is. So you don't go here. So if you're gonna go onto your YouTube and then yell and be mad and say all this other stuff, then I need for you to understand that at the end of the day, you don't need to be here. Quad don't either. But I love Quad, but Quad was married to medicine at once. Phaedra, bye, girl, bye. And then let me just go back real quick with another show, Potomac. Mia B. Lion, girl, when you came out on this thing on our good internet and tried to tell us you done broke up with ink that's permanent. Marriage is not, what she say? Marriage is not always whatever, but ink is permanent. Whatever her tagline is. Girl, bye. Bye. So I'm just tired of the fake taglines. I'm tired of the fake beefs. I'm tired if you're not going to say it, even with Heavenly, if you're not going to say it instead of in your confessionals to these people's face, then nobody needs to hear this. I don't care. I don't care no more. I want them to change this narrative up, and I'm willing and we're ready to see what Married to Medicine is gonna bring for the rest of the season, because it looked like it's gonna be real good. But if y'all ain't got nothing else, I'm cool off of it. I'm just over it. I'm over it, and I want Sweet Tea to go and get access to the money.
She does
and
now.
stay with the access to the money and get off my TV screen.
Okay. All right, Andrea, thank you so much
And
for
I
calling
love
in.
you, Kempire. Thank you so much. And I need you to come to Seattle, because I'm from New Orleans, but I live in Seattle.
Okay, I know.
So when you do your next run, can you do something in Seattle? Because I want to come and see you.
And I want to see Seattle.
Yes. I love you.
Thank you so much, Andrea.
You have a good night.
You too. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, I gotta keep saying Happy New Year. Someone told me the time limit is almost up. Okay, to say Happy New Year. All right, let's bring up Bonji. Bonji's backstage. Bonji, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire. Happy New Year.
You too.
It's expiring tomorrow, I think.
Oh.
First of all, next go around, not only should you go to Seattle, but come to Middle America.
Okay.
We're in the Kansas City area, and we will come and rally around you.
Okay. Noted.
Okay, so first I'll start with Married to Medicine. So I'm a woman in my early 50s, and if me and my friends were a friend group, and then someone just joined the group because of who they're married to, and in this case, somebody who is very young, who does not have life experience, who is going through what can be a traumatic experience for a woman, which is trying to conceive a baby. And we've seen Greg, we know Greg, and the way his marriage to Quad ended, the way that first episode introduced Sweet Tea to us, and that alarm thing on its own was abusive.
Yeah.
Because you don't do something like that to someone that you love.
Yeah.
Let alone someone that Sweet Tea, I think, is originally from where Texas.
Yeah.
So she's not even an Atlanta person. Secondly, I cannot stand Heavenly. I don't even think I could open my mouth for her to run a toothbrush through my mouth. I suspect though that Bravo has given her a pass because if we look back, let's say the past 3, 4, 5 seasons, if Heavenly hadn't been causing all the issues, what would we be talking about?
Points are being made.
Jackie is boring. Quad is not married to Madison anymore. Toya has been wise in not telling us about her rented houses and her fake building. Simone, if we have to see your kids in that dirty kitchen and you and Cecil pretending like you have a storyline, get off my line. I don't understand how a show that was launched as a way to celebrate Black women and Black men who are professionals, have worked hard to achieve and get to where they are, which should be aspirational. But who wants to aspire to people that call each other 4-letter words, call each other disrespectful? Not only have we not heard about um, Heavenly being a dentist, except for her now pushing her son, who's going to dental school, in front of us. Okay, so Simone, Jackie, how many babies did you guys deliver during this whole time? What other issues? We have the highest mortality rate as Black women in the United States. So if we have an opportunity to get OBGYNs on our national TV, on a network show, shouldn't they be raising awareness? The least they can do is say, if you get pregnant and end up in the hospital, you need to not be by yourself, but have somebody advocate for you at a minimum.
In all fairness, they did talk about that last season. They even did an episode where Vice President Kamala Harris was on the episode. So they did talk about that, but then it got overshadowed with the old clip of Dr. Jackie.
No, Kempire, it got overshadowed because Jackie, it came right after Jackie had called what's her name? Dr.
Sweet Tea.
G's wife.
Yeah.
All sorts of names. And when she was asked to apologize, she led with a stank face instead of healing words, especially for somebody who had gone through what Buffy went through.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I am not optimistic. And also, last thing. So Phaedra and Portia posting sexy pictures all the way from my home, the motherland, Nigeria. They better have taken Bravo cameras with them, because we're tired of hearing about the African, the Nigerian, this, that. We've seen Simon. We know what you did with him. So stop it already.
All right, Bonji. Thank you so much for calling in.
Love you, Kempire.
Thank you. Have a good Happy New Year. Bonji read them for filth. I should have known that she was Nigerian, because Nigerians have a way of reading the girls. OMG. All right. We're going to get to one more caller, and we're going to bring up Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon's backstage. Miss Sharon, what did you want to share about these hot topics that we're covering tonight?
Hey, Kempire, Happy New Year.
You too.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hope you had a Happy New Year.
I did. You?
That,
Your husband
yeah,
did. He won $500.
Yes, it was today. My husband did it.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent him out to the store to get some groceries because we're getting ready to have bad weather.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow morning it's going to start. We're getting ice and snow.
Oh.
So it's going to hit Illinois, I think either Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and it's coming your way.
Okay, damn.
I
heard.
and
I heard.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to say that I figured there had been some bad blood between Melody and Carlos. Ever since when was that last season when they did that show together?
Yeah, the podcast show.
Yeah. I figured there was bad blood between them at that time because Melody had said something about him not protecting her or something. She said something kind of off the wall that made me think that something was awry with them. And then she's been saying little snide things on what is that, Instagram? But I don't really never watch her Instagrams because it's got those millimeters on there, and you say one thing and then they get upset, and I don't have time for that. So I just don't even watch that. And so, but Heavenly, that crap that they did, it was I liked it. It was funny. It wasn't cute, but it was funny, that fight. But and especially when Contessa told her to square up, I'll never forget that.
I know. We keep forgetting to mention that when she says that. Square up, ho.
Yeah, I'll never forget that one. I fell out laughing, but uh, I just I just couldn't. Heavenly gets on my nerve. I don't know. It's her high voice. You talk too fast, and she gave me a headache. Now I gotta drink a beer, and I don't even drink.
You don't drink beer, and you love to watch your sports. Doesn't sports and beers go together?
I I eat potato chips, popcorn, and drink sweet tea. I do not indulge anymore. Yeah, I'm too old for that. Take notes, Karen.
Oh my God. Wow, Miss Sharon. Okay, before we let you go, any sports update?
Yes. Colorado Buffs, they lost their game, and I forgot who they played. It was a game that they should have won, but the boys, come to find out, when they were at their bowl game, and they ran out of NIL money. And
What's NIL money?
So NIL money, that's money they get off of likeness, and they make money off their likeness. They do commercials and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they had run out of that NIL money, and the school was going to use that money for their swag bags. But I thought that the venue, the people that's putting on the bowl games, I thought they provided that for them. But apparently, I guess they don't for some bowl games. And so their swag bags wasn't as good as they thought it was, and they were a little kind of ticked off. But somebody had a private strip club for them. And so some of the players went to the strip club, and they emphasized that Travis Hunter didn't go.
Travis Hunter, the one with the girlfriend that doesn't necessarily like him, and he won the Heisman recently.
Correct. But they emphasized he didn't go to the strip club for some reason. If I was him, I would have went. But anyway.
Oh, excuse me.
Some of the guys were hungover.
Oh.
So that's how come they didn't win their bowl game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I'm catching up on some games I didn't get to watch, and some games I did get to watch, but the ones that I didn't get to watch, I recorded them, so I'm watching them now.
Okay.
And so I've got 4 more games to come on tomorrow. Plus, I have the NFL to watch tomorrow.
When is the Super Bowl? Isn't the Super Bowl like next month?
Next month, right. We're in the playoffs. That's why we have NFL games tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the Chiefs are playing Sunday, but Patrick Mahomes will not be playing. They're going to put in his backup because there's no need. They're in the number 1 slot. Yeah, because the Chiefs only lost 1 game this year. So they're the number 1 son.
They've only lost 1 game this year? Well, the year just began. You mean the season?
The whole season, only 1.
1.
Right. But
and they won the Super Bowl last year.
Huh?
And they won the Super Bowl last year.
They won the Super Bowl last year and the year before that as well.
Wow.
So they're going for their fourth Super Bowl, but this will be the first time that they repeat if they make it.
Who do you think they're going to play against in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I had it. I believe they're going to, Detroit Lions.
Oh, you know how we have a lot of people from Detroit that follow the channel. What team are we going to be on?
Right. So I believe the Chiefs, if they make it, which I'm pretty positive that they will make it, they'll be meeting, I believe, the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh, but you're gone. Bye-bye. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I tell you what, those Alabama better get it together. I know they don't have their coach anymore.
What happened to the coach? Did something nefarious happen?
He quit.
Oh, he quit. Why did he quit? Was he caught up in some sort of scandal?
No, he just didn't like the that NIL that came out.
Oh.
You know how they're college kids. Right now they're like, what do they call them? Like amateur NFL players.
Oh.
Some of them make more NIL money, with commercials and stuff, than they do playing professional football.
Oh. Sidebar.
Yeah.
Sidebar. Did you see that Angel Reese deactivated her Instagram because people didn't like the outfit she wore on New Year's Eve?
Yes, I saw that. And I saw the outfit. And the outfit, to me, she's a young girl. Why can't she wear something like that? If I had a body like that and I was as young as her, I would wear something like that too, Kempire.
Oh, excuse me?
I would. I'm sorry.
Me
Am I
too.
scandalous or what? But, I mean, she's a young girl and people should quit criticizing her,
Agreed.
for what she wears,
All right.
Just say it's cute and keep it moving. Or that's ugly or keep it moving. But you don't have to criticize her. Hell, she's just a young girl.
I agree. Mama Ellie, let's label this section KSPN. Miss Sharon, thank you so much for calling in and keep getting us updated on what's going on in sports.
I sure will, Kempire. Talk to you later.
Go Lions. Bye.
No, Chiefs.
Oh, y'all thought I wasn't paying attention. Where's Miss Bernice? Miss Bernice, go Lions. Okay. All right. I'm going to root for the underdog. I know that team, the Chiefs, have won multiple times. Spread the love. Detroit needs a little something. If Detroit wins, I'm coming to Detroit. Just saying. That was fun. I feel up to date on the sports. And Miss Sharon always gets us up to date. Melissa on Facebook. Shout out to those of you watching on Facebook, guys. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. There's also the Kempire Radio Network on Facebook as well. Melissa says, The Kempire, do you think it's possible that Karen Huger, may not show up to the reunion? Very possible. I mean, that's been thrown around, but we have to remember these housewives are paid a bonus to be a part of the reunion. So a lot of them do not miss out on the reunion. But who knows? Maybe, like Elle Singleton says here, attorney here, she says Karen's attorney plans to appeal the conviction, which we have talked about. Karen is going to state it's on appeal, and for legal reasons, I can't speak about my case. Please hold.
We're on appeal for legal reasons.
That's going to annoy, I think, a lot of us, because if we didn't see the body cam footage, then we would understand. But we've seen 30 minutes of the body cam footage. Clearly, you've said out of your own mouth, Karen Huger, with that wig falling back, I'm lit. Clearly, you are inebriated. Okay? Angie said, I wish y'all stopped fronting. Candace was fired just like Robin. And I saw you guys were weighing in. Candace was not fired. Look, I've never been a huge Candace Dillard fan. Candace Dillard Bastard fan. So I would tell you guys the truth. Candace was, you think Bravo would want to miss out on Candace being pregnant on this show? You think that they would want to miss out as that being a part of her storyline? If anything, they're probably pissed at her at the fact that she didn't stay on the show and share that part of her life. So there was no shape or form that Candace was not going to come back. She decided on her own. I truly 100% believe she decided on her own not to return for the sake of her child. I know that's hard to believe for some folks, but I definitely believe that Candace decided on her own. And that says a lot that she walked away from that check. I'm sure that was a good check. Okay? But again, she comes from money. She was the only person to give us a nice party her last season. Y'all always dragging Potomac for being so, raggedy. Just saying. But that's my opinion. I don't know for fact, but I really don't believe that Candace was not asked back for another season. She was more than willing to work with even Giselle. And we would understand if she wouldn't want to work with Giselle. Giselle was the one that didn't want to work with her. So I know Candace was more than willing to come back next season. However, she decided for the sake of her womb not to do so. And I don't blame her. But I do blame Bravo because that says to me she felt like she was in a toxic work environment and felt like she would not be safe with her health and her child. That is a bigger issue. But nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. I'm just going to put that out there. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. And if you're watching the replay of this, be sure to like the video. Shout out to those of you that sent in super chats, Venmos, Cash Apps, those of you that called in, those of you that participated in the live chat. We appreciate you guys. Those of you that share, tell a friend to tell a friend about our channel. We appreciate you. Shout out to those of you that have rated and reviewed the Kempire podcast. You will be able to hear an audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. Subscribe today. All right, y'all. Don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to a city near you. I will see you all in the next one. A new year and new shows. The Kempire After Dark live experience is returning to Washington, D.C. on Friday, January 24th of 2025. I know it's going to be an interesting week, so why not unwind, relax, and have a good time with our community and me at Union Stage again on Friday, January 24th, 2025. Meet and greet tickets are still available. All the information will be available in the description. New York City, then you're up next. For Black History Month, we're bringing the Kempire After Dark live experience back to the Green Room 42. So if you want to talk hot topics and more with me, make sure you get your tickets today. But for those that can't make it to the show, or maybe you're international and you still want to view the show, get this exclusive opportunity to get the streaming option, the live streaming option at the Green Room 42 for the Kempire After Dark live experience happening on Friday, February 21st of 2025. More information on both shows will be available in the description.